Hello everyone, welcome to the session for complete revision of engineering mechanics. Now we'll start with force and the system of forces. First, what is a force? Here in mechanics, force is an important factor. Okay, force is an important factor in the field of mechanics. Why? See, first we'll try to understand once again what is mechanics. Mechanics is a branch of science which deals with the study of effect of forces when the body is in rest or in motion. So you're going to study about the effect of forces on your body. So here the force will make an impact in mechanics. So we'll try to understand what is force. And here, which may be broadly defined as an agent which produce or tend to produce, destroy or tends to destroy motion. Okay, so now the force is a agent between one body to another body or one body to another sense. Here, which may be broadly defined as an agent which produces or tend to produce motion or destroy or tend to destroy motion. For example, if a body is in rest, to make that body into motion, we require force to be act on it, right? And that way we produce or tend to produce the motion. And now if the body is in motion, like a see here, like a simple harmonic motion. Okay, and now to stop that simple harmonic motion, we have to apply some force to make that body into rest, right? So to destroy or tend to destroy the motion or to make that into rest, we require a force, right? So once again, force is a agent which produces or tends to produce or destroy or tends to destroy the motion. But if a body is acted by number of forces on it, then we call system of forces. And now we'll see what is system of forces and how many types of forces are there. Before that, we'll try to understand what is the characteristics of a force. First one is magnitude of a force. For example, a horizontal surface is there, on that particular body is placed, and now if you are applying some force from here in this direction, okay, and which is of 10 kilonewtons, and now that 10 kilonewtons is magnitude of the force. Magnitude of the force is 10 kilonewtons. And the next, the direction of line, we can also call it as line of action. So this is the line of action. See, by this arrow, line and arrow, and these by magnitude, you're going to give some force on particular body by in a designation way, right? So here, this 10 kilonewtons will be a magnitude, and this line will represent your line of action. And next, this arrow is there, right, in this particular direction. It shows whether it is pulling or pushing. It is like nature of force. And this arrowhead, which is showing in this way, and this is your pull. That means this is the nature of your force. For example, if the arrowhead is in this way, then it is a push. So the nature of force is push. Clear? And then the fourth one is the point at which the force acts on the body. Point at which, here the point is acting here, and this is the point of action of force on your body. And now we'll see the system of forces which are acting on your body. When two or more forces act on your body, they call to form a system of forces. Here nothing, you can see simply. For example, here 3D figure is there. Just assume that this is your X plane, this is your Y plane, and this is your Z plane. And on each plane, or if a number of forces acting on it, like in this way or here on any plane, if your body is acting by number of forces, which is like two or more forces acting on a system, and that is system of forces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forces is there. Now this is a system of forces which are acting on a body. in this system of forces, we have different types of forces like coplanar forces, collinear forces, and the concurrent forces. First, we'll try to understand what is coplanar forces. And in the same way, assume that this is your one plane, this is your second plane, and this is your third plane, which is like Z. Coplanar means on a plane, if a number of forces acting on a single plane, then it is coplanar forces. See, this is your one plane, and this is your another plane, and this is your another plane. If all the forces are acting on the same plane, then this is your coplanar forces. And there is another term which is non-coplanar forces. If the same number of forces are acting on all the planes, then it is non-coplanar, because these forces are not acting on a single plane. These are acting on a different planes. When the forces acting on a different planes, then those are non-coplanar forces. If it is acting on a single plane like X, Y, or Z, then it is a coplanar forces. And the next one is collinear. And if you assume a single line, on a single line, if a number of forces are acting on it, then it is a collinear type of forces. Okay, this is a simple one, which on a line, if a number of forces are acting, then it is a collinear forces. And what about non-collinear? So if the forces are not acting on a line, then those are non-collinear forces. And coming to the concurrent forces, if the forces are acting at a particular point, see, I am selecting this particular point, and on these all the forces are acting, and these are concurrent forces. If the forces are acting at a particular point, and those are concurrent forces. For example, if I am selecting this point as my consideration, and now if all the forces are acting on this particular point, and that is your concurrent forces. And what about non-concurrent? If the forces are acting here, that means here, any other place than single point, and those are non-concurrent forces. And now the system of forces which are showing on this, these are non-coplanar, non-concurrent, non-collinear forces. These are not acting on a single plane, these are not acting on a point, and these are not acting on a single line. So all these system of forces we call non-collinear, non-coplanar forces, or non-collinear, non-concurrent forces, or else we can also call non-coplanar, non-concurrent forces. Okay.